Hooray, hooray. I think we're about a couple hours away from the Kickstarter campaign closing. I'm sitting here relaxing with Romeo with the latest copy. This copy is from Ingram Spark, the printer of Rockstars on God Volume 3. Let me show you something. So here is the first prototype from Ingram. I had to make more room, vertical space for the barcode, which I mentioned in one of my project updates. But I changed the text color so the cartoon is easier to read. I made the fonts larger so you can read it. And I made the text boxes up here wider. I think I'm going to adjust the spine a little bit. I might move the text of the title up about 1/64th of an inch. How exact is that? I think a 32nd is probably too tall. I could make the font a little bit smaller and have some space on top and bottom, but I want to make sure that space is equal. It's a little bit thinner book. Ingram Spark uses thinner paper than the other printer I use for my prototypes does. So it's a little bit thinner book, but I'm glad to have it in my hand. When I was getting the files ready for this book with this printer, they had a, judging by the page count, they gave me an exact size for the cover file. And so it was a little bit smaller. And so I moved all the live copy over the black background over this way a little bit. And I'm very happy how balanced it is on the left and the right spacing wise. You know, when you design stuff, sometimes you can get really particular or anal or very very particular. What else do I want to tell you about this? So I only have one more adjustment to make, and that's I need to add Chris, one of the backers named Chris. I want to say his last name is Tomlinson, but my memory could be warped. But I'm going to add his name to the thanks page. And so here's all the chapters we have in this book. It's a good one. Can't wait for you to read it. Real curious. I was really entertained by all of them in different ways, and I was surprised by each and every one. It's kind of cool when you don't read something for a decade or two, and you go through it again, and you realize what was said. And I have a really cool appreciation for this. I put quote marks around the artist who's speaking, and I bolded all of my questions. And I put the questions right above the answers. So there's the Styx interview I did with Ricky Phillips, and he recently just left the band. There's the Jason McMaster of Dangerous Toys. Notice how I'm using photographs. I'm using actual page layouts from the original magazine that these were featured in. And that saves me a lot of trouble by doing that. And this is where the magazine articles, the interviews came from. I am so excited. Here comes the school bus. You can hear that hydraulic brake in the background. There's one of the Heaven's Metal sticker pages I've got. There's a picture that made the photographer who won a Pulitzer Prize and ended up going insane because just the horror of a vulture waiting for that little child who was suffering to die. That's a heavy photo. This was from the 10th anniversary issue, HM or Heaven's Metal number 54. This interview is with two of the Anthrax guys, Charlie and Scott, and they were done at different times, and I asked them many of the same questions. Some of them had their own unique questions, and then I edited them in together as if it was one massive conversation, and that's how it reads. I forgot how much Tom Kiefer of Cinderella, how much he had to say about Jesus and his openness to Christ, and that was fun. So once the funds come in, I will send this file after I make that one change and add Chris's name to the thank you. Maybe make some of those changes to the spine cover. I'll get one more prototype copy of the book in my hand. you like the white paper I used instead of a creamy tan, I went with white. I like it. And then that should take about 10 working days for the books to be in hand. So I think we'll definitely beat Black Friday to have copies in your hand. I'm guessing and hoping for about mid-November for you to have your copies in your hand, and I'm looking forward to that. 45 minutes to go, and this campaign is in the books. Really happy with this cover. I love Monty Colvin's paintings. There's an ad for his artwork in the back here. He does commissioned work, and he's also got several rock stars in his collection. He has got original paintings and prints. So anyway, thanks for watching all these updates, and thanks for your support. And I can't wait to see this book get out there.